after week, your photos were just phenomenal. I mean, the proof was there. Every week, they just got better. It was quite amazing to watch.
And good for you if you didn't have to do much. If you just had to stand there and not emote very much. Doesn't matter. Work, sweetheart.
Yeah. This is a really tough decision, honey, but I think we should look at Steph's portfolio now.
The type of women that you are for this shoot are powerful, successful, strong. Try to get into that mode, okay?
Steph, week 1, she looked serene and she looked beautiful.
She looks expensive in the immortal worlds of Alex. Okay. For week 2, Steph blew everyone away. I mean, I was up on a piece of scaffolding shooting her and I could hear Jodie and Jonathan just going, oh my God, about every capture.
Oh, there's one shot that I'm just so in love with, I can't stand it.
And, you know, for me as well through the camera, the light just loves her face.
To me, Steph's got the best face in the competition.
Week 3, she just kept getting stronger and stronger. She didn't look like a cute little girl. She was menacing and she was strong and she took direction, and I thought she had probably the most successful beauty shot of all the girls.
Week 4, runway. This is not Steph's area. You know, that is clear as day to me. Steph is not a runway girl, but what a face. Like, that face in those photos is amazing. It is just porcelain, beautiful. Love it.
Week 5, streetwear, Steph owned this picture. This is her thing. She's young, she's beautiful, but she was sensual and sexy. She gave it everything. This is by far my favourite Steph moment.
I look at this photo and I can tell that she's actually thinking something. God knows what, but she's thinking something, and that really shows in the photo.
Great, let's go. Beautiful.
Week 6 for Steph was really interesting. I think it was probably her turning point, actually, where she started to realise that she could be more than just, you know, a pretty girl. She became more than that for me that week.
This is not an easy shoot to pull off. And again, Steph did it. I mean, it's all very well to say but she's not tall, but there's a million girls that are 5'11" that are never going to be models. You know, this is the reality. There is so much more to modelling than just runway. And to me, Steph can do amazing things because of that face.
The mum shoot was my favourite one. She was beaming, and she's the girl that is really happy to be happy. Doesn't try to be cool, doesn't try to be, and her mum was there. And the dynamics of this photo I thought were extraordinary.
A little awkward in the box, but that face, that is a top model without a doubt. Just gorgeous ripper.
The other shoot on week 8 was the sort of high-flying harness shoot. Here's a girl that's afraid of heights. She has to go first, and she still turns it on. I think it was a great photograph. I loved her that week.
Better, that's nice, that's great.
Getting better, Steph, I like it.
Great. Head down just a little bit.
A great model can act.
I want less modelling, more feeling, okay?
I think it's a little bit too model posed.
Yeah, it is.
Must have been kind of an uncomfortable thing for her to have to do, but she obviously listened to the photographer and the shot's gorgeous.
For the LA shoot, they were asked to sort of personify modern Hollywood glamour. I'm not sure that she succeeded in doing that, but facially the photo is still beautiful.
I think the future's really bright for Steph. There's nothing that can stop her because she sees negativity as learning. That's brilliant.
There is no doubt, Steph, and I think you know it as well, that you are a very beautiful young woman, and I think you have a great career ahead of you. And by week 10, there was something that came out of you, and I know this is photo critiquing, but there's something came out of you that I personally really love. You showed a bit of bitch. Well done.
Steph, I think you are so beautiful, and it's undeniable. Your beauty work is outstanding. I reckon you're a couple of years off, though. Do you know, just with that a little bit of time and just a little bit of maturity.
I completely disagree.
This is my opinion, and
crap.
I just
Well,
that's not crap.
It's crap.
No, it's not crap.
Opinion.
That's not
It's
crap.
a totally crap opinion.
It's my opinion, and I can have that because I just think that there's certain things that she does beautifully, but across the board she doesn't do as many.
That Steph's going to do at 16 that she won't be able to do at 18 because that innocence is gone. And
but
to me, that is a beautiful thing to photograph.
That's a younger market. It's not when
Still
someone's doing a top model. It's a great model who can
work here, but it's not a model that can work internationally
Are you telling me
immediately.
there's not
The thing is-
100 16-year-olds working in,
Do you know?
in Paris?
There is. No. Like, there's not 100. There are 116-year-olds that are a completely different package. She's a beautiful young girl.
All right, Jez.
Look,
that's
the
enough.
thing with Steph... I agree. The thing with Steph is that she does sit here looking like a little girl, but in front of my camera, she performs. She becomes a beautiful woman, you know. She brings
But the
her
thing is,
acting...
I
she
don't
brings
think
acting
Steph needs
skills.
to be a woman. I think the beauty of Steph is that she is 16, and I love the fact that she's 16. I don't need Steph to be 25.
The range of what she can do is diminished. It would
Not
be
at all,
by
because-
looking at that. Yes, it is.
No.
There's certain
Jez,
things
you
that
remember-
Because
are
you're
out
not
of her
always,
depth.
you're
You
not
remember the
always
shoots,
16.
Jez? I photographed her. I know how she looks in front of a camera, and she's amazing.
But I
It's
remember
ageless.
those.
We can see
It's
that.
ageless.
No, it's not
But it's
ageless.
beautiful
She's
in
still, the
itself.
truth
So
of her
not
age is in
16.
those photographs.
Good, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I know it's a good
She
thing.
is adorable.
She is adorable, and she takes criticism and makes it her strength. Mate, you can't ask for anything more. That's what you need from a model. And you remember, Jez, you were there.
Thank you. That was very, very endearing, Steph. It makes you adorable.
Well, you know what I think? I think you're both absolutely amazing. So, now, normally we decide who will be eliminated each week behind closed doors. But tonight it's different. We will decide right here in front of everyone who we think is Australia's next top model. Let's start with the votes of our special guest judges, the very people who will be employing our deserving winner. Priscilla.
Hi, girls. Well, congratulations, both of you, coming this far. Steph, you are a very beautiful girl. I think that you have a very bright future ahead of you. I think you are probably a couple of years off that bright future, but needless to say, I think you are going to do incredibly well. Alice, I think you embody what's going on in the runways in Europe at the moment. I think that you are very ready. Therefore, my vote is with Alice.
Thanks, Priscilla. Napoleon, who do you think is Australia's next top model?
Hi. I've just finished a series of appearances with David Jones, and around the country, a nation's actually really divided. At the Gold Coast, it was all really about you, Steph. In Brisbane, it was more about Alice. And then in Adelaide, they were kind of divided, and Melbourne, again, were very divided. So I actually feel really divided because going overseas to actually say who is the Australian beauty is actually a really difficult thing. So, Steph, you've just got the most beautiful and amazing face. It's like angelic, and it's amazing for beauty campaigns. And Alice, after working with you, there's nothing wrong with your eating or anything wrong with your limbs or anything. You're just born like that. So I just want to say that publicly because I did spend the time with both of you, and you're both very healthy and amazing. I'm quite torn. I would have loved to have had a campaign with both of you. I'm going to do the runner-up. I'm going to give it an 8-week certificate course from the Napoleon Makeup Academy and a jet set pack for autopilot, just for the record. I think that, however, at this point in time, Australia's next top model has to be a spokesperson, has to be ready right now, and my vote is with Alice.
Thank you, Napoleon. And now for the vote of our third guest judge, Kirsty Clements.
It's so awful to have to compare beauty. It's the most unfair thing to do. It's the most difficult thing to do, and it isn't fair that we should even be doing it. Steph, you're beautiful. You've got a lot of love in the room for you, obviously. Gorgeous, fresh, young Australian girl. You have a great future. Alice, I've loved you from the beginning. I love your personal style. I love your height. I love your look. But essentially, Vogue's about photos, and Alice, you can't take a bad photo. So my vote's with Alice as well.
Thanks, guys. Well, what's going to happen? How will the other judges vote, and how have you voted at home? Find out after the break, because we will reveal which of our amazing finalists is Australia's next top model. Welcome back to the finale of Australia's Next Top Model. And this is the bit I've been dreading all night. It's decision time. We've seen the good and the bad, the ups and the downs from both of you. Alice and Steph, But we are all so proud of the models that you have both become.